Okay, hi everyone, just let me know if you can hear. Hi, Elite School of Beautyism. Let me know if you can hear me so that we can start. Thank you. Please send a wave. Hi everyone. Thank you so much for joining. Okay, great. A couple of people are still joining, so in the meantime, I'm just going to introduce myself. My name is Mufaro. I am the fitness trainer with Diva Lounge Spa. I have been working with the spa for almost a year now. I hope that you guys are well. I hope that you guys are staying safe and that you're staying positive. Okay, all right. So I'm gonna dive straight into it. I'm here today to give you some health and fitness tips, and I hope that you will enjoy them. If you have any questions, do ask me as we go. If there's quite a lot of questions, I'll address them right at the end, but if there's a few questions, I'll address them after each and every point. So please do feel free to engage with me throughout this live. Okay, so the first point that I'm gonna talk about is maintenance of good posture. All right, so what is this, if any of you think about it? A lot of the times we're slouching or you're leaning forwards and your spine is not remaining in a straight position. Okay, now why is this important? A lot of us now work in the office or at home and we're sitting in a chair for a very long time and you're not even thinking about taking care of your back. Okay, so one of the things that you can do now while you're at home or at work, maintain a good posture. This will help you to avoid injuries in the future, and back injuries are one of the injuries that are very difficult to reverse if they happen. Okay, so the three common back injuries that often happen are kyphosis, lordosis, and scoliosis. Okay, so I'll start with kyphosis. It's when you're slouching forward a lot of the times and it becomes an actual condition. Okay, this can actually lead you to getting into a wheelchair. All right, lordosis is when you're leaning too far forwards and your lower back is too stretched, it moves too far forward. So again, it is an imbalance in your back muscles and your spine, okay? And then scoliosis is when the spine is curving too much, all right? Because you're either sitting on your sides too much or going ahead with an unhealthy kind of lifestyle, okay? So it's very, very important, whether you're working out or not, to maintain a good posture. So how can you maintain the good posture? All right, so first off, you have a mirror in your house. All right, go to the mirror, keep your head up, keep your chin up. All right, make sure that your shoulders are in line with your upright neck. Okay, and as you walk, as you sit, whatever you're doing, make sure that you're maintaining this good posture. Okay, all right, and the next thing that you can do to maintain this good posture is to invest in a good office chair that supports your back, keeping the spine as long as it can be. All right, another thing that you can also do is to do some stretching exercises. So a lot of us are sitting at the office desk for about 8 hours non-stop, and you don't get up, but when you get up you feel this really sharp back pain, and it's because there's some muscle spasms that have happened in your back. Okay, your muscles are too tight, so now you're going to develop in the future a back injury if you don't continually stretch and release all of that tension. Okay, so the first point that I've touched on today is maintaining a good posture. Okay, all right, so the second point I'm going to touch on, just for the record, I have 10 points. All right, so I'm only on the second one now. Do feel free to ask me questions as we go on. The second point that we're going to touch on is hydration. Now, when I talk of hydration, I'm not talking about drinking 10 cups of tea a day or drinking orange juice, an entire bottle of orange juice a day. When I talk of hydration, I'm really talking about water, okay? Our bodies are made up of about 70% of water, and as we work out, as we go through the day, as our metabolism occurs, you need to constantly replenish this water in your system. Okay, so you need to drink an average of 2 liters of water, and you can add on an extra liter of other liquids. So how can I drink water? Some of you say to me, I can only drink 500 mils of water in a day, and that's the maximum that I can do. Right, so one of the things that works perfectly for me is working out. When you work out and you carry out certain functions in your life, okay, as a healthy individual, your body starts to ask for more of these things. So your body is going to start asking for more water as you start working out, okay? And you'll go from 500 mils to 2 liters to 3 liters in no time, okay? So make sure that you're remaining active and drinking as much water as you can, all right? The other thing that is quite important with the water is it flushes out toxins in our body. Now, a toxin is something that your body doesn't need, all right? So you need to make sure that you're flushing them constantly by defecating, by urinating. You need to constantly replenish all of that water and all of those liquids that are being lost by drinking more water. Okay, the third point that I'm going to discuss are using natural oils. Now, during these times with the coronavirus happening, a lot of us have heard about how the virus will attack your throat area, and you have clogs, you have mucus that stays in there. One of the things that we actually use for the personal 20 method, which is the EMS that we do here at Diva Lounge Spa, is you take natural oils such as tea tree oil, peppermint oil, or oregano oil. And what you need to do is just put a smidget of them either in your palms, or if you're going out, use your face mask, okay? Inhale, okay, for a few seconds, and what happens is those oils will open up your windpipe, they'll open up your air pipe, and they will clear out the system, the throat area for you. Okay, so this is one of the good ways to also boost your immune system, as you're now giving your body a better chance of taking up more oxygen. Okay, so try and invest in those oils, your peppermint, your oregano, and your tea tree oil. Just one droplet will be able to help you to unclog that area. Okay, all right, the next point that I'm going to talk about is sweating it out. All right, so what do I mean by sweat it out? I spoke about toxins earlier, and why do you need to sweat it out? Okay, so these toxins, I said before, are things that your body doesn't need. Okay, so your body is going to want to get rid of them somehow, right? So when you go for a workout, you're going to go sweat, or alternatively, you can go for an infrared sauna, which is the healthier recommended sauna, as it has healthier rays for the individuals. Okay, so if you sweat it out, those toxins are going to leave your body. All right, so just before I move on to the next point, you're probably wondering, why am I talking about toxins? Okay, right now this is the time of coronavirus, okay, and why we're being recommended to work out regularly is so that we can remove all of these toxins from our body, right, just to make sure that our immune system is at its best and its peak in the event that you get the virus. Okay, so we want to make sure that, unfortunately, if you do catch it, you will be able to get rid of it because you've built a stronger immune system. All right, and by building a stronger immune system, you have to get rid of the toxins that your body doesn't need. Okay, all right, so the fifth point that I'm going to talk about, and this will also directly link to improving a better immune system, is your diet. Okay, so your body has pH levels, okay? They vary from acidic to alkaline, all right? The healthier pH levels that our body will need is roughly about 7.4, okay? So what do I need to do to understand that I'm roughly at that 7.4? Acidic foods and drinks will fall under 7.4, so they'll go down as far as to 0.1, okay? And alkaline will go over the 7.4. You want to try and have more alkaline, and the reason is, if you're going to have acidic foods, they are going to bring in more toxins into your body because your body does not function at its optimum level if it's at an acidic state. So you need to make sure that you're evening this out by having more alkaline foods. So what are examples of alkaline foods? These are your legumes, these are your greeneries, these are the things that you need to eat that are coming from your garden, okay? So this is less meat, This is less fizzy drink. This is less white bread. This is less white rice, and more of your wheatgrass or your peas or your spinach. Those are very good examples of foods that you can take up in order to boost your immune system. Okay, all right. So if there are any questions, please do ask me and feel free to ask anything that you may want to ask. All right. Okay, I hope you can hear me. The video had paused on its own. Okay, great. Moving on to the next point, it's getting adequate and quality sleep. Now, the key word I've entered there is quality. A lot of us will sleep for 6 or 7 hours and you wake up the next morning, you're feeling very tired. Now, what happens is when you go through the day, it's a whole load of series of events that you have to carry on with. When it gets to nighttime, of course your brain has been working throughout the day. But now, when you sleep, your brain is not going to sleep. Yes, it will slow down, but it's not going to sleep. This is now the time for your brain to start segmenting and saying, okay, this happened today. Was it important? Do we need to keep it? Do we need to take it out of the mind? This is the time where your brain is working the most, and it needs to be uninterrupted. So this is why you then need to get this good quality sleep. If your sleep is interrupted, it's going to build on so many things that can lead to chronic diseases, and it can lead to you having a difficult mental health that you will be able to carry on with. Okay, and that leads me to the next point as well, which is making sure that you continue to boost your mental health. Now, mental health is something that works hand in hand with physical health. Okay, if your mind is not in the right place, the chances that you're going to go out for a workout are very low. Okay, so you need to make sure that you're feeding your mind with the right thoughts, with the right people, with the right things, challenging your mind enough. Okay, you don't want to get to a stage where your mind is too distressed and it cannot keep up with your daily life. Okay, so make sure that you boost your mental health as much as you can. So how can you boost your mental health? You can do many things, one of which is meditation, and this is one that has been proven. Okay, mental health through meditation helps you to be able to make sure that your right brain and your left brain are working in sync and that they're healthy. Okay, so it's something that can be scientifically proven, and you can go and do more reading on this, but this is one of the ways that's been best recommended in order to boost your mental health. The other things that you can do for your mental health is simply surrounding yourself with positive people. Okay, people who you know will support you, people who you know will help you, people who you know will bring out the best in you. Okay, so these are some of the examples that you can do to boost your mental health. Okay, so the second from last point is understanding the endocrine system. Now, simply put, the endocrine system is your hormonal system. Okay, understand how it works. The endocrine system works differently for each and every individual. Okay, so you need to understand, if I'm stressed, I'm going to produce cortisol, which is the stress hormone. Okay, and when my body produces that stress hormone, what happens to it? Okay, a lot of women, unfortunately, the cortisol starts to go to your tummy area, and you see your tummy going bigger and bigger. So even if you were exercising regularly, you find that you struggle to control this the size of your stomach, because on the other hand, you're very stressed, your body is continuing to produce the cortisol levels. So you need to understand exactly what your body does, how your hormones work, how your estrogen works, how your testosterone works. And for this, you can go to a medical practitioner who can do these tests for you and give you some recommendations on what you can do to make sure that those hormones are balanced. Okay, all right, so the last point that I'm going to talk about is, why do you need a personal trainer? All right, a lot of people think having a personal trainer is a luxury. This is untrue. And coming from me, who is a trainer, why I say it's a true is when you follow a video online, okay, you're following a video from someone who has been doing this job for a year plus. It is aesthetically pleasing, okay? It looks good on them because they've practiced it over and over again. They know what muscles to engage. They know what not to do. They know what to do exactly for it to look good for you. Now, I'm not saying don't do the videos online. Of course, go ahead and do them, but do them with the help of someone who is qualified and understands how you need to go from beginner level and getting to the level that you need to be, which would be advanced level. Okay, so this is one of the things. You need someone to assist you who is qualified, who will take you from whatever level that you are at and help you to improve to a better level. All right. The other reason why you would need, of course, is to avoid injuries. Okay, injuries happen a lot, and I know quite a few people who follow videos online and an injury starts to develop, but because they don't understand that they're developing an injury because of using the wrong technique, they continue on, and before you know it, they stop the exercise for a year or two because this injury progressed and it held them back from the fitness scene for a while. Okay, of course, accountability is a very big point. It's very easy for us to say, I'm going to do workout 4 times a week, okay? And after 2 weeks, you say to yourself, maybe let me just do 1 week. Let me do 1 workout a week. That is a lack of accountability. And without accountability, you cannot achieve your results. You cannot be consistent. So it's very good to have a trainer who will keep you accountable, who will motivate you to reach the goals that you want. Okay, so upon saying all of this, I will come to my last point, which will be to invite you all to join some Zoom workout sessions that I will be doing. And these sessions will be done starting from Sunday. So please send me a direct message. These sessions have been priced very minimally. So the group session will be 25 riyals per person, and a personal training session will be 40 riyals per person. Okay, and these classes will run from 20 minutes to 30 minutes. Now, we understand that a lot of you don't have a lot of time to commit to say, I'm going to do a workout for 1 hour. This is why we've shortened them down. So while shortening the workout, we are also making sure that you work hard so that you burn as many calories in the same time in that 20 or 30 minute period that you would normally do in 1 hour. Okay, so if you would like to join the Zoom training, please send me a direct message here on the Personal 20 Qatar page, and I will give you further information on what time we will be doing this. Okay, so I'm gonna get to your questions now. I'm just gonna